Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Mentally There. As someone who has spent a lot of time exploring personal growth and relationships, I've come to realize that really smart people often struggle with love. And it's not for lack of intelligence or capability. In fact, their intelligence and capability may be part of what makes it challenging for them. Firstly, let's define what we mean by really smart people. Generally, we're talking about individuals who score highly on IQ tests, or who have achieved academic or professional success that requires exceptional cognitive abilities. These people often possess analytical minds and an ability to solve complex problems, which can be a great asset in many areas of life. However, when it comes to matters of the heart, this way of thinking and problem solving can actually be a hindrance. Relationships are inherently messy and emotional, and there are no clear-cut answers or formulas to follow. Trying to apply a logical, analytical approach to something that is fundamentally illogical and unpredictable can lead to frustration and confusion. Another factor that can make love challenging for really smart people is a tendency towards perfectionism. When you're used to achieving success through hard work and high standards, it can be difficult to accept that love doesn't always follow a straight line. There may be ups and downs, setbacks and surprises, and it's impossible to control everything. This can be a scary prospect for someone who's used to being in control and achieving their goals through sheer force of will. Furthermore, really smart people may struggle with love because they often have a lot going on in their lives. They may be highly ambitious and driven, pursuing demanding careers or engaging in intellectually stimulating hobbies and interests. While these pursuits can be incredibly fulfilling and rewarding, they can also consume a lot of time and energy. It can be hard to find the space and time to devote to building and nurturing a relationship, especially if it doesn't come naturally. Finally, there's the issue of vulnerability. Smart people are used to being praised for their intelligence and capability, but vulnerability requires a different kind of strength. It means acknowledging your weaknesses and imperfections, and being willing to let someone else see them too. This can be terrifying for anyone, but especially for someone who's used to being in control and achieving success through their intellect. So, what can really smart people do to overcome these challenges and find love? Here are a few suggestions. 1. Embrace the messiness. Instead of trying to apply a logical, analytical approach to relationships, try to accept that they're inherently messy and emotional. Learn to be comfortable with uncertainty and ambiguity, and embrace the ups and downs as part of the journey. Number 2, let go of perfectionism. Love doesn't follow a straight line, and that's okay. Instead of striving for perfection, focus on being present in the moment and enjoying the journey. Allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them, and be willing to accept that there will be setbacks and surprises along the way. Number 3, make time for love. It can be easy to get consumed by work or other pursuits, but it's important to make time for relationships too. Prioritize spending time with the people you care about, and be willing to put in the effort to build and nurture those connections. Number 4, practice vulnerability. Vulnerability can be scary, but it's also incredibly powerful. Practice opening up to the people you care about, and allow yourself to be seen for who you really are. Remember that vulnerability requires strength, and that being willing to show your imperfections can actually make you more attractive and relatable. Ultimately, finding love is a journey that requires a willingness to be vulnerable, to embrace uncertainty, and to let go of the need for control and perfectionism. For really smart people, this can be a challenging process, but it's one that's ultimately worth the effort. By learning to embrace the messiness of relationships, letting go of perfectionism, making time for love, and practicing vulnerability, really smart people can overcome the unique challenges they face and find fulfilling, meaningful relationships. It's also important to recognize that finding love isn't the only path to fulfillment and happiness. While relationships can be incredibly rewarding, they're not the only source of meaning and purpose in life. Really smart people can also find fulfillment through their work, hobbies, friendships, and other pursuits. By cultivating a rich, diverse life that encompasses a range of interests and relationships, they can lead fulfilling and meaningful lives regardless of their relationship status. At the end of the day, The most important thing is to stay true to yourself and your values. Don't try to change who you are or what you want in order to fit someone else's idea of what a relationship should be. Instead, focus on building authentic, meaningful connections with people who appreciate and value you for who you are. In conclusion, really smart people can struggle with love for a variety of reasons, including their analytical mindset, perfectionism, busy schedules, and fear of vulnerability. However, by embracing the messiness of relationships, letting go of perfectionism, making time for love, and practicing vulnerability, they can overcome these challenges and find meaningful, fulfilling relationships. Ultimately, the key is to stay true to yourself and your values, and to focus on building authentic connections with people who appreciate you for who you are. We hope you enjoyed this video. If so, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Mentally There. See you next time.